Hi, I'm Jack Watson.
That's better. I'm Charlie Hess.
Hi, I'm Anthony Zheng.
I swam for East because I knew a lot of the kids on the team before I came to high school, and they all told me how much fun it was to swim for this team, and they were right. It is a lot of fun to swim for this team. But yeah, I just kind of got convinced by a lot of the older kids on the team before I came here.
And you can speak for all three of us. You guys all club swimming before you came in?
Yeah.
So I swam for a club team beforehand, so I had met kids on the East team before, and a lot of other high school swim teams either aren't that closely knit or are somewhat apathetic when it comes to their regular season. But East is given by the state title for the two in the past 3 years, extremely competitive and high achieving, and I wanted to be a part of that.
For me, I mean, my club is not particularly prestigious, but I knew like Jack, so like, you know, that sort of helps getting me into the team spirit. You know, great captain, Jack.
Thank you.
Sparrow.
It's definitely the two state titles we won as a team, sophomore and senior. I would say the one this year was a lot more special just because, you know, going out as a state champions kind of, you know, going out with a bang. But yeah, I would just say the two state titles are definitely...
We met the mayor this year.
There we go.
It was pretty solid.
I held the plaque.
Holding a plaque,
held the
definitely
plaque
a great accomplishment. State titles, sectional titles all 4 years in high school. Team accomplishments, obviously.
Coaches invitational titles.
Oh yeah.
For those.
I mean, for me personally, I kind of sucked as a freshman. Like, you know, swimming.
Me too.
I barely got into like the state championship meet, like even on the lineup. So, sort of getting to this point, being part of like the actual legit lineup, that was pretty cool. Besides the team accomplishments.
Yeah, even making progress on the team itself was sort of like, can't really speak for Jack, but for Anthony and I, starting out as freshmen who didn't swim that much, and then progressing to seniors who were real contributors to the team was an accomplishment for us.
Being bad as a freshman.
Distinguishing us from the other team when everyone had bleached hair.
Yes.
It's always tough. Greatest challenges, that's tough.
Getting past junior year, what do you think?
I would say like the bus ride to the state championship. It's just a lot of nerves on the bus that you can kind of feel. Everyone's kind of not really talking as much as they normally do on the bus rides. Everyone's kind of getting in their own heads. Especially as seniors, you kind of have the role of getting everyone hype and getting everyone ready for the meet. But when you're nervous yourself, it's kind of tough to do that. And then, you know, you have like the freshmen who's their first time going to a state title meet and they're nervous out of their minds. So I think that's a pretty big challenge, trying to get everyone else going.
Before our East-West meet, we have a big pasta party with the girls team too, and heads get shaved. And my favorite memory was one of the seniors 2 years ago, Kevin Glooly, shaved an arrow into his head like Avatar, and it looked fantastic. It's one of my favorite memories.
Yeah, favorite, that's tough. There's a lot of good memories. I mean, obviously winning state titles is a good thing, but it's still a cliche. I would say the traditions that we have, I mean, bleaching hair is always fun. Just getting everyone together and messing up people's hairs, like Charlie said, shaving heads is always fun. I think just kind of the bonding we have as a team, the traditions we do for certain meets, just kind of brings us so close, and can't really forget that.
Trying to think of dumb traditions we have right now. I'm going up dry.
Bleaching.
Pounding on lockers is the Pretender by Foo Fighters.
Fingers in lockers while pounding.
Just rowdiness on the bus and in locker rooms. That team's crazy.
I got one. Like my piano teacher. I mean, that was my so sophomore year we began bleaching, and my excuse was piano, and then that didn't really work junior year. So yeah, when I walked into her house, she's sort of like, you know, some old Russian woman, you know, it's a little nuts for her. So
my dad asked me if I could take it back, and let's see, my grandfather was just disappointed in me. But other than that, everybody sort of understood and was well receptive of it.
I'd have to say the most of the reaction I got was the first day I walked back into club practice with it. I just kind of walked on deck and everyone heard the door open and looked over and just saw me with bright yellow hair, and everyone was just kind of like no one really knew what was going on, like why I did it. I just kind of like showed up one day, just like middle of February with yellow hair. So everyone was just kind of like freaked out on why I did it. I think just the bond created with the team and just like the group of guys that, you know, were around for 3 months of the year is just something that like I can never really forget.
Moisture. Also,
Oh God.
coming in as a freshman, you meet a whole lot of people by joining a sport like this, especially a team that's as big as swimming, and you're with them enough that you, as a freshman, seeing more faces in the hallway that you know and you know their names and you can say hi to them just adds a lot to your high school experience.
Well, I like how we sort of transitioned in just 4 years from like being little guys looking up to, you know, these, you know, they looked insane when, you know, I was a freshman, but like now taking the role, like their role, and sort of teaching the freshmen now how to lead themselves, lead the team for future years. Underdogs.
Well, we have a lot of
Yeah.
sports teams who aren't exactly the best in the state, so when we're achieving at a level of state champions, this sounds really cocky.
It's your time to take shots.
So we're going out.
Yeah,
Say
we're
what you
one of the
feel.
teams who gets to actually make significant accomplishments in conferences, sectional conferences, and state titles. And so I think it's cool to have a winning team at East that people can get behind.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I would say the previous 3 years we were definitely underlooked
What are you doing?
throughout the school. I mean, I could tell we weren't the most liked team in the school. We were obnoxious.
Word.
We still are obnoxious.
Yeah.
But we're obnoxious for a reason. We just like to have fun with what we do. You know, we try to make everything as fun as possible. But I think especially this year, we've kind of been getting recognized for all the accomplishments that we do, and I think that just means a lot because, you know, especially with the previous 3 years, like no one really noticed anything. Like no one noticed that we won state championships off me. I don't think it was said on the announcements or anything. But then this year, you know, we're doing a whole bunch of stuff, or you know, meeting the mayor, doing the parade around the school, which was ridiculous. But but yeah, I mean, just being recognized for all that stuff this year is awesome. I'm swimming at the University of Pittsburgh for the next 4 years. These two.
Or hefty maybes.
Yes.
I would love to be able to swim anywhere else, especially after the experience I had with this team. But fitting into a college team is difficult. It's easy for Jack, but Anthony and I will have a little more.
Yeah. I mean, I know Jack's doing D1, which is nuts.
Flex.
But yeah, D3 is definitely. I mean, I know they sort of consider you a student before an athlete, so that helps, I guess, to help balance out that lifestyle.